Jungkook BTS poisoned and rushed to hospital. Jimin brings Jungkook's close friend allegedly involved. Shocking news emerged regarding Jungkook, a member of BTS, who was rushed to the hospital due to food poisoning while fulfilling his mandatory military service. What truly stunned the public, however, was the presence of Jimin, a fellow BTS member, who brought Jungkook's close friend to the hospital and handed him over to military authorities as the alleged perpetrator. How could someone so close to the superstar be involved in this incident? The incident occurred at a military camp where Jungkook was stationed. Internal sources reported that Jungkook suddenly experienced severe stomach pain after consuming food from the military canteen. He could barely stand and was eventually taken to a medical facility. Although Jungkook's condition was initially alarming, he is now reported to be stable after receiving intensive care. However, the case became even more complex when rumors began to spread that the poisoning was not accidental. The suspicion that harmful substances were deliberately mixed into Jungkook's food raised significant questions about who dared to commit such a heinous act and what their motives might be. Amid fans' concerns, public attention shifted to Jimin's actions, who unexpectedly brought a man to the hospital where Jungkook was being treated. The man was reportedly a close friend of Jungkook with easy access to the superstar's personal environment. Initial information revealed that the man was suspected of direct involvement in the poisoning incident. Jimin, known to be very close to Jungkook, seemingly couldn't remain silent as his friend suffered. He reportedly acted swiftly to confront the man and hand him over to the authorities. The motives behind his decision to bring the man to the hospital remain unclear, but many suspect Jimin possesses strong evidence linking the man to the incident. Various speculations about the motives behind this malicious act have emerged. Some believe the incident is linked to the hierarchy pressures within the military, where celebrities are often subjected to unfair treatment. However, the fact that the alleged perpetrator is a close friend of Jungkook opens the possibility of personal conflict or even betrayal. Other rumors suggest that jealousy over Jungkook's global popularity and influence might be a factor. As a member of one of the world's biggest musical groups, Jungkook brings significant attention to the military environment, which might provoke resentment among those uncomfortable with his status. The South Korean military has confirmed that an official investigation is underway to identify all parties involved. They have promised strict sanctions if intentional elements are proven in this case. Meanwhile, Big Hit Entertainment, the agency managing BTS, has expressed full support for the legal process and assured that Jungkook's health and safety remain a top priority. In an official statement, the agency also urged fans not to speculate further until the investigation is complete. This incident has sparked a wave of solidarity among ARMY, BTS's global fanbase. Hashtags like #JusticeForJungkook and #ProtectJungkook dominated social media, with millions of posts condemning the heinous act and demanding justice. Fans also called for better protection for celebrities undergoing mandatory military service, given that this is not the first time K-pop idols have faced difficult situations in the military. Although Jungkook's health is reportedly improving, the case leaves many questions unanswered. Who is the man brought by Jimin? What are the motives behind this incident? And how could such an event occur in a military environment known for its discipline and organization? The public awaits definitive answers from the authorities, while many hope that Jungkook can fully recover both physically and mentally. This incident also serves as a reminder of the importance of protecting individuals, regardless of their status as celebrities or not. In the near future, the investigation results are expected to uncover the truth and deliver justice for Jungkook, while preventing similar incidents from happening again. The shocking incident involving Jungkook BTS continues to be a hot topic of discussion. However, behind the wave of sympathy and widespread outrage, a crucial question arises. Can we fully trust that this incident is entirely real, or is there a possibility that it's merely a fabrication to attract media attention? In today's fast-paced information era, news like this can easily stir public emotion. Who wouldn't feel shaken hearing that a global superstar like Jungkook fell victim to such a cruel act? But let's pause for a moment and ask ourselves, do all the details in this story make sense? The South Korean military is known for its strict hierarchy and high discipline. How could someone, especially Jungkook's close friend, gain such easy access to mix something into his food without being detected? Does this indicate serious negligence on the military's part, or is something being exaggerated here? Jimin's action of bringing a man allegedly involved to the hospital is certainly attention-grabbing. But it also raises equally important questions. How did Jimin know about the man's involvement? Does Jimin have concrete evidence linking the man to the poisoning, or was this just an impulsive action based on personal suspicion? If it's true that the man is a close friend of Jungkook, why would he risk doing something so dangerous? Isn't this too suspicious to accept at face value? Let's consider another perspective. There's no denying that news like this attracts significant attention. But is this attention solely for justice, or are certain parties benefiting from the sensation created? Some may argue that this incident reflects the real pressures and conflicts celebrities face during military service. However, others remain skeptical, believing the case is too dramatic to be true. Is this part of a marketing strategy designed to keep BTS's name relevant amid their individual activities? Or is it merely a misunderstanding blown out of proportion by the media? As readers, it's essential not to take all information at face value. Stories like this often exploit our emotions to create compelling narratives. But the question is, how often do we verify facts before drawing conclusions? How can we be sure that the poisoning was truly intentional? Does Jimin's action of bringing the man reflect the truth? Or is this just an effort to create more drama? Why hasn't there been a direct statement from the military about the accused man? Skepticism doesn't mean we don't care. It shows that we care about finding the truth. In this case, let's consider other possibilities. Is the man Jimin brought really the perpetrator, or just a scapegoat in a chaotic situation? Was Jungkook truly a victim of a malicious plan, or was this merely an incident that happened at the wrong time? Is the media deliberately steering public opinion to create greater pressure on certain parties? This news has triggered numerous reactions, from sympathy to anger, curiosity to doubt. Now it's your turn to answer. Do you believe this incident is an undeniable fact? Or do you feel that it's a story too exaggerated to attract public attention? If this is indeed a fabrication, who benefits the most from this situation? Ultimately, we must remember that every piece of information should be treated cautiously. The incident of Jungkook BTS being rushed to the hospital due to poisoning, though shocking, also teaches us the importance of skepticism and reflection. Is this a genuine case reflecting the dark side of military hierarchy? Or is it just a clever ploy to draw the world's attention? Only time and investigation will provide the answers. Meanwhile, let's remain critical and avoid being trapped in baseless narratives. What do you think? Are you convinced this is entirely factual, or do you sense something amiss in this story?